Hey guys, my name is Shivan Keru, student number 190994 of Embry College, Musgrave. Today I'm going to be showing you a simple experiment of how we can test acids and bases in our very home. So basically, we're not using our litmus paper that can be found in your stores. We're going to be making our own litmus paper using our indicator that we have today, which is your turmeric powder. So your turmeric powder, you're going to take it, you're going to mix it in some water, you're going to let it form as a paste solution, and you're gonna take a paintbrush and brush it on. As you can see here guys, you can see this is not normal white paper, you can see the yellow coloration in the paper. Yes, so this will help us determine what our acids and what our bases are. So on my left hand side today, I basically have your normal detergent that you clean your stoves with, and we have our handy liquid. Then on my right hand side I have my acids, which is your lemon juice. As you can see, this is normal lemon juice, and we have our floor cleaner. So what is our hypothesis when doing this experiment? Can we make a neutral reaction? So basically, how do we make a neutral reaction? So we're going to take equal amount of acids and your base, and we're going to mix them together, and this paper should not turn color. So how do we know whether it's an acid or base? Simple. We're going to take our litmus paper, our homemade litmus paper made with turmeric powder, remember guys, and preferably you leave this to dry so you get accurate results. So I'm going to take my homemade litmus paper, I'm going to dip it into our normal cleaning liquid that we have, and watch the color change. Oh, and it's become a beautiful maroon color. As you guys can see, it changed a beautiful maroon. That indicates to us guys that this is a base. So as you can see, this is one of our bases that we have, so we're just going to place it somewhere else where our results won't get mixed up. Then we're going to take our other side, or our other litmus paper that we have, and we're going to test whether our handy andy is an acid or is it a base. So we're going to take our litmus paper that we made, and we're going to dip it into our handy andy, leave it there for a couple of seconds, and wow, would you look at that, get a beautiful maroon color, as you can see. And we're going to leave this aside so our results don't mix. So basically our test that we conducted on this side for your bases is successful. So now let's move on to our acids that we have. Our acids that we have is your floor cleaner. So we're going to take our litmus paper, our homemade litmus paper, and take a strip, we're going to dip it in, and you should have a result of a bright yellow coloration to it. And yes, it is absolutely beautiful. We're going to wait for that to dry, but oh, stunning. And as you can see, if you can see the color difference, one is a darker shade of yellow, and as you can see the other one is a lighter shade of yellow. So that means that our acid, which is your floor and tile cleaner, is. Afterwards we're going to take our another piece of litmus paper which we have, and we're going to dip it into our lemon juice to test whether it's an acid or base. So we're going to take our litmus paper that we made, our homemade one, and wow, becomes a bright yellow. As you can see, there's your yellow coloration, which you can see, right? So now basically what our experiment is basically about is we need to test whether we can neutralize this reaction. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some of our handy andy, and we're going to mix it up with a chemical that we have, which is your floor cleaner. So as you can see, I'm going to pour this into our handy andy. Make sure all is of an equal amount so your reaction will become successful. So I'm just going to take a stick that we have, and we're going to give this a mix up, and we're going to mix for about 5 to 10 minutes. Right, perfect. We'll put that aside. So then we're going to take our other piece of litmus paper, and we're going to dip it into our handy andy and floor cleaner, and we should get the same color, which is your yellow coloration, and the color should not change. If the color changes, that means that you either added too much of a substance or you added too less of a substance. So that therefore you must measure your substances when using this. So I preferred a measuring glass that I used, as you can see in the video. If I used one of these. So I measured my handy Andy and I measured my tire cleaner needle to give me an accurate reading and to give me an accurate result. So once again, we're gonna take our paper and we're gonna dip it in. And it should come to a bright yellow consideration. As you can see, okay guys, as you can see, there's our paper. It came bright yellow. So that means your, oops, I mistakenly touched the paper. Okay, so as you can see, our solution is successful.